Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Trendy with Kim Allison. And you're probably wondering why the avatar today. You guys, you don't know me well, but soon you will. I'm a very introverted person doing very extroverted things, and anything where the focal point is me, I am not comfortable. So I decided I'm going to save my hair and makeup and glam for my amazing guests who appear in my show. So let's get into this episode. I'm going to do a quick top 5 for what's trending in hair this fall. So newbies and those needing some inspiration, let's jump right in. Alrighty, you guys. So one thing about me that you should know, because it's probably going to come up more than I probably like it to, but I am obsessed with the series Love Island. And I'm not a bandwagoner. I didn't just jump on the bandwagon. I have been watching Love Island UK for all 11 seasons. Then came Australia, watched all of those, and then came the US, and I've watched all of those. And one thing that trended this summer, unless you were living under a rock, was Love Island USA. And so now that's all people could talk about over the summer. So Kim, you ask, what does this have to do with hair? Here's what it has to do with hair. Because one thing that those boys on the UK, when they're asked what their favorite type is, it's dark hair. And I just know that has something to do with why the trend is dark hair this season. And so let me live, you guys. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Which brings me to my first trend. And there are so many, I should say, but I just highlighted my top 5 that I think you guys need to train and educate yourselves for. Number 1, brunettes. I am so excited. I love dark, rich, healthy, bouncy hair. And the fact that brunettes are back and they've made a resurgence, thanks to Love Island, in my opinion, I am living. I love. So you guys, let's talk about some of these. One being, and all the yummy names that they have are just so funny to me. I think we should do, they've got mocha swirl, chocolatey, what are some of the other ones? Honey brown, buttery, creamy coffee brown, espresso, chocolate cherry, all of those that kind of make you hungry. It's funny. We should have a hashtag competition where, hashtag your most creative adjective describing a brunette, and we'll see which one has the highest number of hashtags at the end of the season. You know what I'm saying? So funny. All right, so let's get into some of these brunettes. One being this liquid brunette. Oh my gosh. How pretty is this? Rich, just so expensive looking and just beautiful. And I know this one's giving AI, but this is so doable and achievable. I thought I'd post her anyway. So now let's jump into my second favorite trend, and that is the bob. I love it. Bobs are my favorite. I've always described bobs as the simplest, hardest hairstyle to cut correctly. I mean, it gives the illusion that it's easy because depending on what look you're going for, it's just straight across the bottom, right? Wrong. Weight removal and movement. That is the difference between a chic, modern bob and a bob giving auntie, like this guy. I mean, you don't want to look like your aunt. And you know which one I'm talking about. And don't act like you don't, because you know who I am talking about. Nobody wants to look like their aunt. And I'll tell you what else you're not going to want. Your 90s, because that's kind of what the bob inspiration is. It's the 90s, but we're going to want to do a bespoke bob, not the original like 90s type heavy. I go more bespoke, which is just more tailored to your client's texture and their personality, like more freeing, like break free, add some movement, add some texture, but you still need to keep that structured perimeter. Like, look at, oh my gosh. And can we talk about her, by the way? Oh my God. I mean, she put the hail in hail to the queen. Not only is she the queen of brunettes, she's the queen of bespoke bobs as well. Miss Hailey Bieber, y'all, she is mommy, wifey, trendy. She's a brunette who doesn't wear extensions. She's usually rocking her own hair. I mean, this is true trend setting right here. Does anybody know who her stylist is? I would really love to have that person on the show. I mean, her bobs are just, that's a really, I mean, that's what the 90s was. But this is a true bespoke bob because that's the modern 90s. I remember this. I remember this bob the first time. And another bob that we're going to be seeing, you know, the butterfly era, it's still here. This technique, it's still trending, but more with combining that bespoke bob with the butterfly cut. And this right here, well done. I love it. It's this is going to make a huge impact this fall. And again, I can see this going horribly wrong. I mean, you don't, again, like, get your skills together, people. Alrighty, so let's get into my number 3, and that would be the 60s, you guys. They're back. I mean, Vidal Sassoon, has he risen from the dead as though he ever left? But we're doing more of a modern twist on this again. And I love some of the looks I found. Like, look at this. This is amazing. I can see the strong, structured, perimeter with all of the texture and the heavy bangs. I can see the 60s inspiration behind this cut. And another one we're doing is the shaggy pixie cut, which the range that it has this season, it's going all the way down to the neckline. You can do anything from neckline up and just go crazy in the middle with your shaggy, like, fun layers, bangs, no bangs. I mean, this is going to be so much fun. And I know this look is trending, even though we've got 90s inspiration leading us this fall. This 60s, there are sprinkles, because I know that hair mimics fashion, and my beauty insiders who went to all the runway shows this season, they were at the New York Fashion Week, the Paris Fashion Week, the LA Fashion Week. I mean, need I say more? And they said they were seeing these minis, these structured mini dresses, like 60s inspired. So I just know that this hair is going to need to be as part of your toolkit. My top number 4 pick, fringes. Fringes are going to be a popular request this year. They already were with the butterfly bang craze last season, but this year, you guys, we're switching it up. Now, I'm jumping back over to the 90s. I mean, as you can see, more wisps, but not the wisps from the 80s, not those, like, not those. These are 90s inspired. So get your texturizing shears out, get them sharpened. Not only your shears, but your skills, because I can see this going horribly wrong. You're not trying to butcher anyone. There's a technique. This is a skill set. And in fact, I think I'm going to post a educational tutorial on these so that I make sure you have it down, where we don't be messing up hair this season. So yes, barely there bangs, just so pretty. And you can even see them in the Hailey Bieber exhibit I showed earlier. So yes, barely there bangs. Super excited. And last but not least, you guys, coming in hot this fall. I mean, she peeked her head in last fall, but this year she is knocking folks over, y'all. And her name is Volume, as in voluminous, double XL. I'm talking giant hair, bouncy waves, bouncy layers, just bouncing all over the place. I mean, give me all of it, you guys. I mean, I have a feeling, because Round brushing is back. It is back in full effect. I have a feeling that my wrists are just going to fall off. In fact, you know what? No, they're not going to fall off because I just recorded an episode this weekend with Dr. Shannon Ahern of Doctor in a Bikini. And we did an in-person episode for you guys. She talks all about ergonomics, how to stand, how to hold your wrist to protect your back, your knees, your shoulders. And she gave me a new way to hold my wrist when I'm using the round brush. It is going to take a little getting used to because old dogs, it's really hard to teach us new tricks. But for you guys, newbies, you coming in, you can help to not wreck your body so that you have a long, successful career, which is what I want for you guys. Because and I think for me, I'm gonna go curl and iron, roller, and then kind of see how I fare, because I came in the late 90s as a newbie where the flat iron came and I never left. I mean, that flat iron was like, woo, thank God. But now I can see we're going back to the round brush. Oh my gosh, I digress. But upcoming episode, not only do I have that one on ergonomics for you guys, I have a colorist coming on who's very, very relevant. She's a next generation hairdresser. Look her up. She does amazing brunettes. So we're going to talk about some of those expensive brunette formulas that hopefully we all can use this fall. And the ergonomic episode is Dr. Shannon Ahern at Doctor in a Bikini. You can catch her podcast wherever you get your podcasts. So get your booties registered for some classes sooner than later, I hope, in the areas where your skills are a little weaker, because we want to be prepared for those inspo picks that your clients are going to be bringing in this fall. And remember, this is what separates the good from the great. We want to elevate our skills. We want to be ready at the highest level always. So let's go, you guys. If you liked this episode, like, comment, and subscribe. I know I've heard people say they hate when content creators say like, comment, subscribe. But unless you want content to go away, but I don't think you do, or else you wouldn't be here, right? I welcome all comments, good or bad. Let me know how I'm doing. I am so obsessed with you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.